Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will explore strings in C++. Strings are everywhere, your name, a message or a search query. In this video we will cover basics of string, common operations and tips to master text manipulation. Let's jump right in. Okay. So in this video I will be solving some string problem. Before that I will explain it to you what are actually strings. So let's basically remove all the stuffs which I have written over there, and I'm creating a new code snippet for writing string. So I'm basically creating hash include iostream for taking input output operations, which is a library as I've already explained it to you. Okay, so first thing, what is a string? So this is how a string is defined. Like string name is equal to, let's say, Ayush. So this is how a string is defined. So string is nothing, it is just a combination of characters. So this is how the whole string is defined. Okay, so I have created a variable and the variable is of type string, which can store a combination of characters. So this is minimum thing that you have to understand. I will make sure that I will explain each concepts of string in this lecture, so stay tuned for that. So let's move forward. We have some examples and these examples will clear your concepts. So reverse a string. So what this question is saying to you, I will explain this question, then I will move to that slide. So let's say the name is equal to Ayush and your task or your job is to reverse this thing. After the reversal you will be getting H S U Y and then A. So how you should perform this task? So for that reason I have to create a function that will do all those stuff. So reverse string, okay, and I'm passing the name of the string, okay, and I'm just copying and paste it over there, and I'm creating a void type of function which will return nothing. Okay, string name, which I'm passing it to. Okay, uh, what should be my approach to reverse this thing? So what is my input? My input is Ayush, okay, which is given in this string. So my task is to swap this first element with the last element. So if I create some variables which will be storing the first and last characters of this string, it should be equals to start is equal to 0, which will be pointing to the first element of this string, and another variable which is end, which will be pointing the last variable of this string, which is s name dot size -1. Okay, so start will be pointing to A and end will pointing to this H. Got it? So your task is to basically reverse this thing or basically swap this thing. So if I can do this thing, so my I will take a two-pointer approach. So how two-pointer approach is working, as we all know that start should be less than equal to end, and just swapping all those things. Swap what is the name? Okay, name of start to what? Name of end. I will explain this code again. So what here I am doing, so I'm just swapping name of start to name of end. Okay, so how it will be performing? So after that, this h should be moved to the first, and then all things will be same. So this is how this whole code is working, this swap. So after that I have to reverse this y with this s. So how we can do? So currently this start is pointing to the first element or 0th index. I have moved the start to the first index. So how we can do? So we have to just start should be equal to start plus 1, and the end should be what should be? End should be end minus 1. So now this end should be pointing to this s, and this start should be pointing to y. So after that, this while loop in this start should be less than equal to end, and after that this both thing will be swapped, which is y should be swapped with s. So in third iteration, s h u y and then a. After that, start and end should both will be pointing to this u, and they both will be swapped. So if u is swapped with u, then what should be the answer? That's the same, which is h s u y and then a. just print this answer. Cout reverse answer is what? Name. And let's execute this code. Control Option and N. So this reverse answer is equal to this. Is it correct? H S U Y A. Absolutely fine. So I will explain this code again so that everyone can understand. So what I am doing here. So basically I have created a string which is name and which should be equal to Ayush. Got it? Is it clear to you? Okay. I have created a function called reverse string. So this function will do that it will, if I pass a function, it will print something. What it will print? It will reverse this name. Okay. So I have created two variables, start and end. Start should be pointing, as the name suggests, starting index of this string, and end will is very clear that it will be pointing to the last element of this string. Okay. So while start should be less than equal to end, I have to just swap. What swap? Name of start with name of end, and then start is equal to start plus 1 and end should be equals to end minus 1. Got it? And after that you have to just print the reversed answer. That's it. If you change this thing with, let's say what I should say, let's say Harsh, let's say it is pointing to this. Okay, so let's move forward with another problem. Okay, so replace this @ with space. Okay, so what is the problem? First I will explain the problem, then I will solve this problem. String, let's say name, yeah, okay, or str, that is equivalent to, let's say, hello @Ayush. Your basically task is to remove this @ with spaces. Got it? So let's make a function, and the name should be very relevant for that. Replace with spaces. Okay, just I have to pass the string. Okay, and I'm making a void function for that. Okay, so void, and just I'm passing string str. So what should be my approach? So hello Ayush is my test cases. Okay, so first I have to traverse to this whole string. How should I do this? For just bring int I is equal to 0, I less than equal to str dot size or length, as you wish, or I plus plus. Okay, so if I'm traversing it, and if I found that the characters are equal to this, what, this @, then I have to just replace this character with spaces. So that's how, if I got it, what I got, str of I, which is equal to what, this @, then I have to do a simple task. What it is, just I have to replace this str with space. That's it. And just I have to print the whole string. After removal @ from string. Okay, so let's execute this code. Yes, it is perfectly fine. Ayush, and this @ has been gone from, and it has been replaced with spaces. Let's check for another @ Atindra. Okay, so let's move. Control Option and N. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Hello Ayush Atindra. Got it. So let's move forward. If you have another problem, and just comment it out. So let's move forward. Okay, check palindrome. Okay, first I will explain this question, then I will solve it. So if in question string str, let's say, is equal to, let's say, race car. So you have to just check it that this number is palindromic or not. So how you can check it that whether a number is palindrome or not. So if the first letter or first character of the letter is equal to the last, and the second character should be equal to the second last, third last, third character should be equal to third last, and the rest has to be a palindrome. Okay, that's how this number is, or this string is palindrome. So I think I'm able to explain to you. Is Ayush a palindrome? So is the first letter is equal to the last? No, it is not. So this number or this string is not, why I'm telling always number. So so this is not a palindrome. Okay, so let's create for a real palindrome. Then I will check for a non-palindromic number. Okay, so I'm making a boolean function for that. Check. Why I'm using boolean? Because it will return 1 or -1. If it is returning 1, then it is clearly states that this number has to be palindromic, and if it's returning 0, then the number is not a palindrome number. Okay, check palindrome, PLEND. Okay, so str. Okay, so I'm passing and I'm creating, I think the spelling is not correct, so bool this, and then you have to just do this thing, string str, which I'm passing from here. So what your basically task is that you have to check it. What you have to check? Race car. So for that reason I have to create two pointer, one for the storing the first element and another for this last. Okay, so string, sorry, int start is equal to 0 and int end is equal to str dot size -1 while start is less than equal to end. Okay, so how we can do this, all those stuffs. So I'm using the same code which I have already written over there. So if what if str of start is equal to str of end, if I got it, then it will, if it is happening that if this r is equivalent to this thing, then I have to check for this a. So how I should do this? For just start to next and end with minus minus. That's how I'm checking for all the cases for r, and then this a for, and then for this c, and then for last for e. So if I got that all the things, and else this start is not equal to end, then it has to return false. Then I have to return what? False. Okay, and if whole code is executed and if is correct in overall all from start to end, then it has to be palindrome. Then I have to return true. I will explain this code if you are not clear why I'm doing all this stuff. So let's first check that is this function is working or not. So let's print out. So if it is printing 1, then it means that it is a palindrome, and if it is printing 0, then it means that it is not a palindrome. So let's execute this code. It is giving some error. 1. Okay, so yes, it is a palindrome. So let's move for another. Let's say Ayush. I know that it is not a palindrome, so it will return 0. Yes, it is working. I will explain this code again so that everyone can understand. So I have created a string str, and the name of the string is Ayush, and I know that this is not a palindrome. Okay, so I have to just print it out. So I've created a boolean type of function that will return either true or false. This is how it is returning. So let's, for that reason, I have created two pointer, which is a start and which is end. First is pointing to the first index, or the 0th index of the string, and the end is pointing to the last index of this string. So str dot size -1. Okay, and this is how. So while start is less than equal to end, okay, start is less than equal to end, uh, I'm executing this while loop. So if I'm checking for each element, so if this r is equal to this or not, if this a is equal to this a or not, if this c is equal to this c or not, if this e is equal to e or not, I'm checking for each character of this string. So if it is true, it means that it will not go with in this else block. And if the start is less than equal to end has been completed, then it has to be a palindrome. And if this string of start is not equal to this end, then it will be going to else block and it will return false. So that's how false. This is the answer of Ayush. So I think I'm able to explain it to you. It will return 0, and for race car it is performing perfectly fine. So let's move forward. If we have, so in string we have some pre-built functions. So what are these? I will explain. Is first is size. Okay, so what is size? So I'm just commenting out all those stuffs. So these are the predefined function. What are predefined functions? Predefined function are that functions that the developer of C++ has already been defined. You have to just use it. You don't have to think how it is implemented, and you can basically implement all those functions, but you don't have to do, you can directly use it. So for example, string name is equal to, let's say, Ayush, and your task is to find the size of this array. So just you have to do name dot size. That's it. And just play this code. Is equal to 5. Is it true? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It's perfectly fine. You can play with your name. So let's move forward. Another is empty. Okay, so I have created a string which is same, which is Ayush. I will not create another string. I'm using always with that string. Okay, and if I print that name dot empty, so what it will be printing? It will be printing 0. Why? Because this is not empty. This is Ayush. It has some values which is 5. So if we do this thing, that if this string is now empty, it is not containing even a space, so this will return 1. Got it? So this is how you can check the whether the string is empty or non-empty string. So let's move forward. Push characters. Okay, so you can push something. So if you push, let's say Ayush here, and if you want to push something, let's say name dot push back what you have to push, let's say Atindra, and just print it out what it is printing. Just name dot push back. It is showing some error. Why it is showing, I don't know why. Some implementation has been. So if you have any kind of doubt, then you can do something which is okay. So you have to, okay, character. Okay, push back this thing, and basically what does this function do? This is your homework that you have to do. Is because why it is not working, I don't know. So pushback means you have to just add something at last of the string, and popback means it is removing the last character from that string. So if you do some chat GPTs or do something, then you can easily find it out why this code is not working and why your code will be working. So I will check another for that, like string name is equal to, let's say, ABC, and I have to push back something, name dot push back, or just pop back, let's say pop back. Okay, and just print the name. So what it is printing? AB. Yes, it is perfectly fine for this. So it is removing the last character. Okay, So let's say if I'm removing this and I'm just pushing something, let's say name dot pushback, let's say xyz, then what it will be printing. So let's see. Yeah, xyz, okay. Why it is doing so. abcz int value. Okay, so yeah, your homework is to just find it out why all those ambiguities has been happening. xyz, okay, just print it out. Okay, yeah, it is working for a. So okay, why it is doing, because in pushback you can't push the whole string. You just push some characters only. So character are basically single words. If you push just like ab, then it will be not working, just it is printing the last character. So if you want to use this pushback method or pushback predefined function, then you have to take care that you just have to send some characters, let's say s, then this will be equal to abcs. Got it, it's perfectly fine. So you don't have to do any chat gpts or anything for this. So in this lecture, what we have covered, we have reversed some string using loop, and we're replacing characters in a string, checking palindrome if the number is palindrome or not. We have used some pre-built string functions, and what you have to do, you have to go to cpp reference page, which I will be giving in the description box, and you have to read each and every library which is including in str, or this is string library, which is already being defined by C++ programmers or developers. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have any question related to this video, please feel free to ask all those questions. I will happy to answer all those questions. If you find this video helpful, then please like, subscribe and share this video to your friends. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.